Hi and welcome back to another Bestestimes Reborn YouTube video. I'm your host Brad. We're going to walk out to Goondi, depending on the weather, the rain. It was raining during the night, but it seems to be fine now. It is Sunday, May the 5th, 2024, 7:02 a.m. Current temperature is 20.9 degrees Celsius. Don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, but we're walking around the Goondi Bend at the sports ground, the fairly new footpath at the moment, so we'll spin the camera back around, have a look at it, take the tracking off that I had for tracking my face, and we'll continue on and check out the way things are at the moment. This could do with a good clean. And that looks like they've taken away a few more trees. We'll show that while we're here. Yeah, taken away a few more trees from along here, which shade wise isn't good. There's where the house was for the groundskeeper of the showgrounds, next to PCYC. It's gone. Looks like they put the fence back up there. Gates back on it that they'd taken away when they removed the house. Moved it to another location. You can see little bits about that on my YouTube, the Innisfail playlist. Some updates showing that place getting moved. Yeah, there's a lot of mould and moss and stuff on this footpath, so I'd say walk slow on it when it's wet. It's not so bad when it's dry, when it's fully dry. Looks like they've scraped stuff along here. There's been a lot of tractor tyre marks and that on here, or some sort of tyre marks. Yeah, things don't get looked after. I think if infrastructure gets built, it needs to be maintained. If you're going to build infrastructure, maintain it. Like, come along and pressure wash it every couple of months, especially in this weather. Leaf blow it a couple of times a week. Wouldn't be the hardest to leaf blow, especially in the dry weather. I mean, it'd stick now. And that, you can see a lot of marks on there. It looks like this has been here for years, but it was only late last year that they finished it. Just keeping out of the way of drips off the trees. So I'm using my better camera so you can see the quality better. I'd like to get the waterproof version of the, there's a waterproof DJI Osmo Action 4 that has the same sensor as this camera, so it'd be the same picture quality, better low light reproduction and all that than the old version of that camera, the Action 3. The Action 4 is the better version, which I'd like to get eventually. If anyone wants to donate towards that, they can via the PayPal link, or they can do it via the super thanks button on YouTube. The link in the description for the PayPal. If you want to donate towards it, it's around $500-600 at the moment. Yeah, look what they've done here. There's sort of scrape marks all over it. There's a woolly wagtail. Don't know if it showed up on camera. Yeah, you got to be fully careful walking along here. And because of the tree canopy, you get a lot of leaves and stuff on here, so it ends up slipperier too. Yeah, it's one of those where you've got to be very careful. And it defeats the purpose of having a footpath if it's too unsafe to walk on. I'll show you where I'd love them to put a footpath when I get across the road. No. There used to be stairs here. I'm glad they removed them and put a ramp in instead, but the water just flows down there when it pours rain. It comes down here. It comes down here, and you can see where it flows down there, the markings and that. It's not the best. Be nice if they had some sort of drainage there. I know there's a drain up there, but something to stop all this from going down here. And then they put the blue metal around, which ends up on here, of course. It's not really good for people on mobility scooters or crutches or wheelchairs or anything like that. No. So, see how dirty and slushy it is, and all the dirt that congregates down here when there's a lot of rain and that. Yeah. Well, hopefully they see this, 'cause I know they sometimes watch them. I've been told that the council watches some of my videos. Hopefully they'll see and fix this up, clean it up, make it safer. Yeah, across the road from here would be nice if they put a proper crossing across to go to the other side of Blackwood Street. And have a pathway all the way down to Newman's store. So you get across this side of the road and have a pathway all the way down to Newman's store. Over here would be great. Yeah, be a lot safer for kids and that, because children do walk along there. Adults too. You end up having to walk on this little spot here. Very nice if there was one all the way out to the Puma service station down here. That would be amazing. But anyway, keep moseying on. There's your Goondi Sports Ground, Goondi Sports Reserve, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, it'd be nice if there was a really nice entry to Innisfail and you come along. Oh, that looks really nice. I like the green like you've never seen stuff they used to have up. But that's gone. It's all memory country stuff now. Or Mamu or some of them say now. Yeah, welcome to Innisfail sign over there. There's a Stephen Corica sign, there it is. Stephen Corica, the soccer player, football player, coach. Played overseas, played in Australia, coached in Australia, played for Australia. Socceroos and that, yeah. So Les Shoe Sporting Complex. Written there. So there's your Goondi shades and blinds. We can show the businesses along here. Oh yeah, hopefully there's no cars down at Newman store and go past, so I can show that properly. Most of the time I don't get to, because it's later in the day. But there's your Goondi shades and blinds. And here's Tropical Coast Veterinary Service. Is it? No, Coral Coast, this one. Coral Coast. They need to cut back their plants here because you can't see the sign properly, the phone number and the address. This says 12 Palmerston Drive. Newman store coming up on my left. Still the highway and the sports ground to my right. Okay. We're walking slower than my normal walk due to the trying to show detail as much as possible. This place is up for sale, so we should be able to show it if it looks like there's no sign of life in there. No sign of anyone living in there at the moment. You can sort of show it. Yeah, this one here. Rain and horn. It's not advertising, it's just showing what's around. Let's see. Sale, it doesn't say for sale, just for sale. That's 18. Number 18. Spare allotment. Spare block then. Newman store course. Red car will probably go to Newman store. Yep. Maybe not, maybe. No. They put their brakes on. And the indicator on for half a second. Fresh local bananas drive through across there. Yeah, there used to be an NSET and all that written on there. Because it was a freight company. Like trucking thing. Truck depot and that next door to it. I think the office was in there. Behind the banana drive through there. It had it on there. It's pretty cool. All the ladies outside Newman store. Makes it hard. This place is for sale still. I think it's been for sale for a while. No realty. Yeah, Maple Street address. So there's your fresh local bananas and all that. It's been done up in the last couple of years. And then, of course, the taxi's got to come across and park right in front of where I want to show. Well, there's only so much I can do. I try my best. to show what I can. There's always someone that's got to either come out of the shop or wherever. Make it hard to show it. Anyway, we'll show what we can. Over here, the taxi. That's what the taxis look like. O'Brien Electrical. This is Pine Street here. The corner of Pine and Palmerston Drive is where the truck depot used to be, just there. So O'Brien Electrical's up for sale. Complete complex. There you go. First National. Bush lemon, 30 cents. At Newman's house. Okay, we'll continue along. Show whatever we can, like I normally do with the camera straight ahead. Whatever shows to the side shows. This White House here, the one with the satellite dish on the side, in the side yard. Never looks like anyone's lived in it for years. Well, you see someone in it for a while, the next thing it looks all old and not looked after, the next thing someone's, yeah. So now what's going on there with that place? It looks pretty small, but I remember going in there as a child. I knew people who lived there when I was like 10, 11, 12 years old. Yeah, going in there. It wasn't a bad place. Yeah. Bit different, like very, it looks sort of Italian-y, what I can remember of it, inside the design. Yeah, this place here. So, advertising for soils first. Of course, being the Bruce Highway, you get all the big trucks coming past. Coming up on Acacia Street, to my right. Sugarcane and spare allotment to my left. Remember Billy Slater used to have a horse in here, NRL superstar Billy Slater. He used to have a horse in here. Back in the day, I used to see him on it when I'd go to Pazzolato's service station. Back in the day. Yeah, it's a bit slippery on this side of the road. Might be best to cross over when there's not much traffic. Goondi Trade Centre over there. We're coming up on the Puma service station, which is where I usually go to get a drink when I come out this way. Get a cola flavoured carbonated Coca-Cola beverage. Usually have the skinny cans for $2. If it was the Metro, they have the 440ml, I think it is, cans of Pepsi for $2.50. Yeah, much bigger. Anyway, do what we can. Get what we can. Yeah, Acacia Street. Down there. They're doing waterworks on here last time. When I actually walked down there and that, there were pipes and stuff. Puma. Hot food. A little expensive, the hot food. I actually prefer the mobile food. It depends if you're getting it like straight away, after it's been cooked, like sort of fresh. If you're not, then to me it's not as good. That's just my opinion. There's your Goondi Trade Centre across there. Puma. I'll have to turn the camera off till I come back out, just for privacy. It's nice to show in places if you can, but privacy wise, they're not the best. You can usually show in for a minute, if that. Automatic door. It's all changed since I was last in here. A lot more things. I'll just show a little bit set up. Can't show too much. You got the slushies large for $4. Hot food. It's more inviting to sit down. Alright, we'll be back after I get out of here. Okay, we're back again. Yeah, they've changed it in there. Looks a lot nicer. It's two counters and everything. I'll insert the photo I took later in the video, probably at the end of the video. And then we'll turn back and show where we just came from, so you can see the service station on the outside, what it's like, because you never know. One day it might change again. It's been mobile, it's been BP, it's been mobile, it's been, yeah, well, it changed to mobile a couple of times. Now it's Puma. It was BP last before Puma. They did it right up, like it was closed for a while. Did it right up and it come open as BP. And then about, not even a year later, I don't think, they closed it again to become the Puma. So there you go. That's where the old Rickard's house used to be, on that block there. For anyone wondering, Kelly's water jetting specialists across there. Goondi Trade Centre, in other words. Seems to be all Kelly's jetting specialists now. That's our Crown Industrial Estate signage over here. When we get up to it, I'll show it a bit better, like we normally do. There's Clifford Road down there. Very industrial there. It's very industrial down here now too. It's getting close to getting down to where the school used to be. Yeah, if anyone has any photos of the shop.
Duration 25 minutes, 55 seconds, 2,679 steps. Heart rate 100.
Yeah, if anyone has any photos of the old shop at Goondi, some of the old houses and all that, feel free to put them on old and new Innisfail photos on Facebook. I know a lot of people from my Innisfail group are putting photos on other groups now, and they haven't put them on my group, so I don't know what that's all about. People from my group are joining others and posting photos, but they don't post anything on mine, so. But anyway, such is life. There's your Innisfail Crown Industrial Estate. Sure, it used to have Goondi on it years ago. And all this that needs to be cleaned up quite nicely. I thought it would have been cleaned up before the Goondi school celebrations. So that, because a lot of people come from out of town, would come for a drive out here to see Goondi as it is now. But no, I came out here just before it and just after it, and they didn't. Wasn't cleaned. There's where Narada 2 used to be. And there was a go-kart place at one stage in there. After that, that's Grove Force, CRT, your local bloke, and Soils First. All on there. The main signage seems to be Soils First. Truck entrance only up here. Alders. Yeah, if you walk along here, there's often plovers that come after you once you get up near the watershed. So beware when you're walking. Oh, someone come along, they weren't here, but they were for like years and years. Didn't matter what time of the year. Some birds, it depends on the time of the year, but with these, it doesn't seem to. So there's your Soils First. So you can see to look back. It's easier to show on like a Sunday when they're closed, these places. There's not trucks everywhere, there's not people, and that. You always got to consider people's privacy in that. We're not going to go down this side street because we've shown it many times before, where we used to be cash for Kansas, and that containers for change, and the Greyhound depot and all that. This has been for sale for a fair while. Every time I come along here, there seems to be an extra real estate sign. There's two, oh, pardon me, two for the same real estate, and then there's a A&A Realty one and just a basic one. The basic one's the one that's over. Yeah, Castleberry Coast Realty, which I think is the George Valaris one. Which is featured in it, yeah. No sale, no fee. A&A Realty. Oh, First National's the one that's knocked down, needs to be fixed up. But there's a light on in there. Someone might live in there now. That's Watershed. I was talking about before, there's usually a guard dog. So be wary of that. Oh, it's behind a fence, but yeah, some people get startled by it. They've still got the Segway signage up, as they sell the Segway all-terrain vehicles, which look really cool. I wonder if they're electric. You're in Davy territory. Davy. Reminds me of Davy and Goliath, the old clay animation. Davy. The Watershed. Husqvarna. All these things. They're getting free advertising. That's not why I do these, but technically they are. So that people can see what it was like along here, what sort of stuff, what this business was about. Any of these businesses. There's Cumic Steel. Frank retired. Somebody else bought it and moved it out here from Gordon Street to here. There's Elders. There's your Cumic Steel. Still got the old sign from the old business, but just taken off the Gordon Street part. It was just down from the Mobile, heading towards town. Cumic Steel. Give you an idea of what Cumic Steel was. Wonder where the name came from, where Frank got the name from. Because that wasn't his last name. I won't say the last name for privacy reasons and that, but if you know, you know. Yeah, I like the old signage still being used, and there's back where we just came from, towards the Puma, and then there's Elders, which is the same Elders as Elders Insurance and all that. Then there's the, oh, I can't think of the name of this place now. It's a, well, that's Innisfail Carrying Company, part of that, but then there's a wrecker's yard down there. This one is Dixon Road, Frank Lowe and Sons, and the stuff I mentioned before, Containers for Change, and all that. There's a few others down there as well. Lindsay Transport, of course that's open 24/7. There's always trucks pulling in and out of here. Truck drivers, wash bay staff, mechanics, competitive rates. Hiring now. Yeah, there's your Frank Lowe and Sons over there. Are you rodeo ready? Gear up with our new stock. You can read that from here. On that sign outside, we can change the lettering. Yeah, Innisfail Carrying Company. Because this last time I come along here was all part of the wreckage yard. Innisfail Carrying Company. Because I thought they were over in Clifford Road. Well, they were. They probably still are. It's probably just part of their business there. Yeah. Yeah, so your Lindsay Transport here. Innisfail Carrying Company there. And then the well, there's an old Trans North bus over there. It'd be interesting to explore that, to actually go in it. You never know what animals would be in there. Just to walk through it. Or even just put the camera in the door and see what they've done with it. Might be stripped and that. There's your Lindsay Transport. There's an old signage up there, but I can't read what it says. It must have been from another business. You can see the green signage and the yellowy orange barricades, but then there's B-A-R-K, I think it says bakery. I'm not too sure. Yeah, it's hard to read it. There's your record yard across there. I'll read it out when it gets to it. New Life Metal. There you go. Welcome to our facility. New Life Metal Recycling. There you go. Well, I wonder if it's worthwhile places like this. Cementing the whole thing. But with all the trucks and how heavy they are, would it ruin the cement? For people who know, let me know. Because just filling in potholes seems to be a waste. I wonder if they cemented it, whether it lasts for years and years. Scott's Refrigerator Railways. Do not stack 20-inch containers on roof. Okay, I won't do that. Innisfail wall. I saw that on a truck the other day. Carrying one of these. Had Innisfail wall on. It might have been that exact one. Innisfail wall. Because there used to be a fence along here. And they've used this as a wall instead of the fence. There you go. Rand Refrigerated Logistics. There's advertising here. Interesting to look back and see what businesses and what brands were around at this particular time. Patent pending. 9.9 inch, 10 inch high, 2.5 meters wide, 46 inch, I don't know, long container, it's old school, Lindsay Transport. Bridge 5. But there's the, looks like the truck for the wreckage yard, recycling yard. There's bananas here, for those who never seen banana plants and all that. To my left, yeah, bananas. And Kavanagh Road, I've walked down there many times, so I'm not going to show that in video. And it'll be horrible in this weather, all wet. Good to see the sun out though, as you ran Refrigerated Logistics. All that, yeah. In fact, some of them are actually turned on and being used though. You could hear it back a bit further. That goes down to a Sepoy Road. And then across and into like the Goondi houses, the ones that are left anyway. Around there, Knox Avenue and all that. Remember Mr. Howarth, I won't say his first name, but Mr. Howarth used to walk along here every day. Yeah, when he retired and that. He'd walk all the way down Maple Street and all the way out here. You'd see him. Like I'd walk along here for exercise and that many moons ago, and he'd be out here walking along, muscly as legs. But anyway, here's clean away, rubbish bins and all that, dumpsters and whatever else. Just gives you an idea what sort of businesses were out here at this time. It'd be interesting if in, say, 100 years' time, once I'm well, it's really gone, this all got done up and all subdivided and made into housing again. Even in my lifetime, that would be great to see. Have a shop out here again, have housing, the bus run, better road infrastructure and that. It's further up, it's pretty horrible, which you'll see. Pretty slippery on this driveway here, so gotta wait. Sugarcane to the left, clean away to the right, coming up on sugarcane on both sides. And then what used to be the old social club, Goondi Mill Social Club. And Lionel Hanway had his church in there for a while too. Sorry about the noise in my backpack of things moving, but that happens. There's so much I can do. Got to bring what I need to bring. Yeah, it looks like a beautiful day starting up. Doesn't mean it'll stay like that, but I like it when the rays of the sun start showing through the clouds. I don't know if it shows up good on video. I did it in my last video, where you can see it over Coles Supermarket. Yeah. from King George Park, where I was. You can see the double rainbow and all that the opposite direction, more towards Goondi Hill direction. Yeah, you can see that in my last. That's part one of today's video from the 30th of April 2024. If you look that one up, you'll see the double rainbow towards the start. Yeah, it's right at the start of the video. And that, so anyway, we'll continue along here. So they've done this road up a little bit more than it was. It sort of dies off just past the school, the way the road is. It gets really bad because a lot of sugar trucks do still drive along here. I don't see as many as I used to when I come out here, but they still use part of the mill yard for shunting and things, putting cane in the cane trains and stuff out of the trucks and that. So there's where the Goondi Social Club was, where they used to have lawn bowls, and there's a bar in there and all that, the stage and different things. I've been in there when it was Lionel Hanaway's church. Went for a, I think it was like a variety night type of situation they had there. People showcasing their talent show type of thing. It was quite interesting. It was interesting to see around there. And I went in there for something else too, when it was empty with people that were looking at it. And you got to see through there, and there was cold room and all that stuff. Yeah. Of course, I wish I was recording back then. Video and photos and all that. Would have been able to capture it. This is in the 90s, late 90s, I think. So there's the old principal's house for the Goondi State School. Can't show too much because people live there. And then the old Goondi School. Every time I come in, there's less and less of it there. I think the next decent cyclone, it'll be gone. That's why we're capturing everything as much as we can too, because you just never know.
Duration 40 minutes 18 seconds. 4,226 steps. Heart rate 130.
On that land there, where the social club is where the house was where my grandparents and my mum lived for a while there. I think it was in the 50s, 1950s, because my granddad worked at the mill. I think he was fairly high up in the mill, what I was told. Had his own office and all that. There's the old school. Used to be stairs coming out the front. Even in the time I've seen this from like 1990, when I first saw it, early 1990. It was used by the education department as a resource centre back then. Yeah, we can't walk around the back or anything like that, sadly, to show it. But we'll stop here for a sec so you can see a bit of detail of what it's like now. Yeah. Since cycling in the area, it hasn't been looked after, sadly. Wish it had. It should have had historical status, but anyway, heritage listed and all that. There's a lot of buildings around that you think would be, but they're not, like that I.C. Taylor's old building, the white building. Yeah, diagonally across from KFC, you think that would have been heritage listed, but no. So this is Goondi Mill Road we've been walking on for the last ages, I forgot to say. Yeah, from just past the other direction. Oh, where the fork in the road is, where Clifford Road and then Goondi Mill Road, and I went down Goondi Mill Road. So, you'll see up here where it's all just potholes, and here it's terrible. You wouldn't want to ride along on a push bike or an e-scooter or anything like that. Yeah, it's not good. See the low clouds over there, and some dark clouds still hanging around. It looks like it's raining over that way. So, like always, I'll get as much video while we can. If it starts raining, I'll switch cameras if it's worth it, depending on where I am at the time, how far I've got. Get a few photos while I'm out here as well, because you never know what can happen. Changes and all that. If we got another cyclone Larry, I think the majority of this would be gone, sadly. Let's make sure my photos are set to automatically upload to Google Photos so that I get lost if anything happens. Backed up to the cloud, it's always the best thing to do. It's worth paying for the cloud storage for that. Yeah, you can see over there, looks like it's raining over that hill there. But there's where you often see cane trains and trucks and stuff coming to there and doing their thing. Where that little tiny shed thing is. I often see it when I come out here. Okay. Always like this tree canopy when it's nice and sunny. This looks really nice. I don't know how well the camera picks it up, but yeah. We'll look back to the school first. School direction. As much detail as possible. School direction. Up the Palmerston direction over there. Don't know how well that shows, but if you're watching on a TV, it's better. Maybe you brighten it up a little bit. A lot of people like to turn their brightness down so there's TVs. They think the TVs will last longer, and sometimes they will, depending on the type of TV. So, okay, this is all the potholes. Yeah, it's pretty horrible along here. Yeah, not exactly a great place to drive. They grade it every now and then, but it's horrible. You know, I said they just dug it all up and properly did it up. Because of all the trucks that go over it, it needs to be done pretty full on. Back towards the school again and the potholes there. Still got some of the cane bins here. Not as many as there used to be. It used to go all the way up to the next street, to Sepoy Road. Yeah, there were silos and buildings and all these things here until Cyclone Larry. Yeah. Used to have lights on out here at night and be real misty and all that in winter. Fog everywhere. You'd come for a drive out here with people. Just drive past or just stop, sit in the car, have a feed and all that. Yeah, back in the day. One of those sort of places. Yeah, there's only like 2 buildings left, plus the toilet block over here. Still concrete where some buildings used to be. You can sort of make out where they were. And the big shed that used to have what's his name's name on there. Oh, I can't think of his name. If I can think of his mum's name, I could think of his. Oh, Trevor Horton. Yeah, Trevor Horton's name on here. After he passed away, sadly. It's a bit of history. Yeah, there used to be cane bins all the way along here. All the same sort. And then one sometimes with, had some sort of roofing on it. Angular roofing. That's back where we just came from. Won't walk all the way up and around like I normally do because we've shown them before. And there's still the same amount of buildings there. There used to be 4 of them for years. But now there's only 2 left over there. It's sad to see less and less of it being there. Yeah. And it's sad to see places like this just gone. You know, the majority. You know, imagine how many people worked here over the years at the mill. How many people lived out here. How many people that was their means for putting their bread and butter on the table. They're working out here. Yeah, it's sad. Basically here where this concrete is, the first one is where my grandfather, their building was there. Because I remember him showing us. We drove past here once. That's where he worked at the end of it all. And then you got this here, this is where that shed I was talking about. Trevor Horton's name. But I took a photo of that back in the day when it was written on there. And my mum gave it to his mother when she was still alive. Yeah, way back. I don't know if his brother still got it. Or well, it'd be interesting to see. Yeah, I do see his brother around. I think it was his brother. Anyway, there's those couple of buildings across there. There's shipping containers, and then the toilet's just here. I actually waited Knox Avenue. This is way more overgrown than when I last came along here, this part. Wow, like you can't even see through there as much like you normally can. Usually I stop over here, put my bag down and get my soft drink out. Just show a bit more in detail while we're here, and then I'll get my drink out. Yeah, to think this was a thriving mill. Apparently it used to win awards for being the best kept in the area too. My mum used to say that. I don't know if it was the best kept in town or the best kept in Queensland or something like that. Yeah. My granddad spoke highly of working here. So we're just showing, like I said, as much detail as possible. Then I'll stop the video for a sec, get my drink out, then we'll go again. Yeah, if anyone has any photos of the shop, the houses and all that sort of stuff, and even the mill from off in the distance, the school, all that when it was in use, all that, feel free to put them on old and new Innisfail photos on Facebook. I was one of the original people to start an Innisfail Facebook page way back when Facebook first started. Same with YouTube. I was one of the first and longest running people to put videos on YouTube. The old channel's gone now because it got hacked and YouTube deleted it. But we started this one up because the original one started, well, I forget what year, but it was around not long after YouTube started. There was about 80 videos on there on YouTube when I saw it. 80 to 100 videos. And thought, oh, I'll start up a group. When they first started having groups and that. I think it was just a page then, they called it. Too long ago now, but did that and never looked back and put thousands and thousands of photos on YouTube, thousands and thousands of videos over the years, a lot of walking, a lot of exercise, and all that. But anyway, we'll be back. Okay, we're back again at 7:54. And we'll continue along, that's AM, 7:54 AM. Continue along down Seapoint Road now. Show what we can show you can see that this is all potholey here too. Something's happened over here. You can see all the white stuff over there. There's a train line. I don't know if it'll show up on camera, but I'm not going to walk over to it. There's a cane train line here. Just goes through here. And out. Because it's not the season at the moment, this isn't all cut down. Because there's a train line through here. I don't think the season's going yet. No. There's a cane train line that goes all the way down this road. And you can see where that mess is over there. I think someone's dumped stuff over there. It's back where we just came from. Kind of Goondi mill tree there. It's been there forever. Okay. Yeah, you just got to keep an eye out for potholes. I wouldn't walk or ride along here at night, even if you if you've got really good lights, maybe. See where the potholes are. Because this pothole here, well, there may be another 10 of them by the time you come out here. House to my left, sugar cane to my right. Yeah, I forget when the cane season starts. I'm not up on all that. My mother often knows from her dad back in the day. Fly hanging around. It's always fun when you're trying to do video. There's one that likes to buzz. So, back down Supoy Road. I'm not almost properly hanging around. And up here is where the old molasses tank and that used to be. Basically across from the end of Clifford Road. It was a wreckers yard here for a while too. They knocked down the molasses tank for that, sadly. Or maybe not for that, but it was not long after that it came. So, it was good to have that still there as remnants of the old mill. Bit of history. What they should do a historical drive where they can broadcast through, like, I don't know. I know they used to have that Info FM back in the day, though. If they utilised that properly and did a drive sort of thing, or even a bus touring history, showing, just talking about the history, having signs up in places of history, historical buildings, like where the ANZ Bank used to be, Nolan's Corner, put the Nolan's Corner sign back up there for history. They got a lot of others around, and then put a little plaque, and that's showing the history and some photos, because Coles Supermarket was in there for a while, a bit different to the Coles stuff nowadays. Yeah, there's been a few different things in there over the years. It'd be interesting to have the history on there. And Seapoy Corner, they could have one. They got the sign, but it's not very well looked after. There's an old mill place down there. That's that Kavanagh Road that I mentioned earlier that comes across here.
4 kilometers.
Never showed.
Duration 53 minutes 33 seconds. 5,372 steps. Heart rate 100.
Our railway crossing sign needs fixing up. Over here. I found out what that was dragon fruit down there. Yeah, dragon fruit. I mentioned in one of the other videos, I was asking what it was, and someone said it's dragon fruit. It's Kavanagh. Kavanagh, like Kavanagh QC. But yeah, there's those signs everywhere, like plaques and stuff at historical buildings and historical locations. They're really good. See people around, walking around, taking photos. There is a Art Deco historical walk. They're doing it at the moment Costs $20. You got to book online. You can see that on old Innisfail News and Views. They tend to post that about that. They post a thing on there. I did do a video of it. So I think it was last year. So you can have a look at that too if you're not here. And that. Check that out in the Innisfail playlist. Just type in Art Deco walk. I think it's Art Deco walk, and then type in Bestestimes. You're more likely to find it if you're searching on YouTube. Yeah, Bestestimes, all one word. Yeah, Bestestimes. If you're wondering the spelling again, it's on. Well, if you're watching this video, you'll see it all throughout the video. People wonder why I make them hashtag Bestestimes and that move around on the screen. Sometimes the top left, top right, bottom left. Well, the technology person within me understands how like TVs work. And if the same image is on the screen for too long, like when the different TV channels have them on there for too long, you can burn an image in your screen, depending on the type of TV you got. Yeah, it can burn an image. So that's why like every 5 to 10 minutes it moves for that specific reason. So if you've ever wondered why I make it move, it's not just for decorative purposes or for like the watermark. It's partly for the protection of people's TVs and that, and it's for copyright and that too, having hashtag Bestestimes and that. So there's a peewee up ahead, peewee bird, black and white bird. Sort of looks like a magpie, but they're a lot nicer bird, unless they're nesting. Yeah, they're a lot more friendlier, these ones, like the wagtails. Hello, peewee. Yeah, they tend to like to walk around a lot more than fly at times. Notice that. It's alright, peewee. It's all good. You can walk beside me if you want. No, it flies off. I'm surprised that hasn't been built here, because there was a time when I was coming out here regularly doing videos and just walking out here for exercise, and I'd see, oh, there's a new building being built. Oh, there's a new one there altogether. I wasn't there before. Like the Blenders Meats one down there. All of a sudden that was there, which is the sort of creamy coloured one back there. I think the rain's coming. You can sort of feel little spits on the spots. So I might have to put this camera away shortly. It might only last a minute, but you know, it's better than getting the better camera ruined. You can see we've had a lot of rain through here. See all the water in the drain here. Yeah, this is where the molasses tank used to be, and they got all the car wreckers and all that there. I don't even think it's got signage on there anymore. I don't know that it still gets used. I'm not too sure. Because there used to be signage on here saying what it was. Oh, it's all overgrown. Yeah, I can see it behind a little bit. Even when I come through during the week, I don't see people here when I walk through here. But it might still get used. Old hot water system there, old fridge, a couple of old fridges, washing machines, dryers, all that. Old TV, computer monitor, old lawnmower, all these things. Usually these places always have old air conditioning units and that. Okay, just show it a little bit. Try and beat the rain. Don't like the chances. There's Clifford Road. Yeah, there's nowhere from here all the way through. There's no way to get undercover. Yeah, rain's coming. All right, I'll put this away, and we'll start with the other camera, the waterproof one. We're back again. We're on the other camera. You'll notice the picture quality difference. But if the rain fully goes away and sunny's out again, we'll get the other camera out. But we'll do the best we can while we can. Now currently 8:07 a.m. I think there's a few water droplets here. 8:07 a.m. Normal Queensland Rail train line between Cairns and Townsville. That's Cairns direction. Pardon me. And then the Townsville direction that way. And back towards Innisfail. Clifford Road. Oh, we're still on Sepoy. Yeah, there's more stuff moving in my bag because the camera in there. But we'll do the best we can. This camera's a little different in picture quality and stabilisation. It's more of an action camera. Old Ferry Road just here. I rode down there on the e-scooter back in the day. If you want to see that video, it's an older one. That's like 2021, 2020, something like that. I did that. Yeah, Old Ferry Road. There's a car coming. Usually they go to Clifford Road and turn off. Yeah, I could have kept the camera out, but anyway, the other camera. But there's the Old Ferry Road signage with the railway crossing sign as well. Yeah, it's not the best in the rain out here because there's nowhere to really stop and get under cover. So we'll follow this all the way down to the netball courts area and all that. Go that way down Ernest Street. There's a lot of vehicles. Nothing earlier, and then all of a sudden, vehicles galore. Chicane to my left, just for privacy. Some people are friendly and they'll give you a wave. Other people will just look at you like you're doing something wrong. Like it is no wind, wrecking the audio. I know the audio won't be as clear as what you're used to. If I can get the new version of this, you can actually connect the wireless microphone to it, which is what I want. But I don't care that I'm walking here. Straight in the puddles. I probably think it's funny. Yeah, there's a cane train line all the way through here. You can't see it because it's all overgrown, but it's there. Alrighty then, so let's continue on our merry way. Yeah, if you ever see me walking along anyway, feel free to wave, say hello. If you're walking along, say hello. If you want to be on camera, let me know. As long as there's no swearing, keep it all G-rated and all that, it's all good. If you want to say who you are, probably first name only, privacy reasons, and then how long you've lived here, favourite parts of Innisfail, and all that would be great. There's a car coming from behind. I don't really want to go off onto the slush if I can get away with it. Zooming past. Yeah. This is well known as the racetrack along here. Yeah, Sepoy Road becomes Sundown Road eventually, further up. You got cane on both sides now. So you gotta look out for rats and bandicoots and snakes and feral pigs and whatever else. That's back where we just came from. Towards Clifford Road and all that, and Goondi and the junkyard, whatever you want to call it. 1,000 different names. Beautiful cloud formations. They're hard to pick up on this camera. It doesn't handle any dark spots very well either. That's why I want to get the other camera, so we can preserve history. I know people now who live here would be like, oh, if we want to have a look at this, we can go and have a look ourselves. Yeah, that's true. If you've got a car and all that. But think about 20, 30, 40 years from now. Things can be changed. And you want to look back there and see these particular places the way they were. Yeah. a lot of you know, just looking back, and that is worth it. Reminiscing and all that. Oh, I'd love it if there was a footpath all the way along here, about a metre off the road. Because I've seen, when I've walked along here over the years, I've seen a lot of people push bike riding along here and walking and all that. So, I might actually get the other camera out. I think most of that rain went around us. Yeah, so we can get the other microphone and all that. I'll wait till we get up to these bins up here so I can put my drink in the bin, the can, and then I'll change cameras. So this will have to be inserted in between in editing. It's fine. People's rubbish over here, an old Coles bag, bunch of the red circles all over it. Part of a, looks like a pole for a, put your curtain on, curtain rod, that's the word, curtain rod. Not our curtain, we'll probably said. A curtain Rodney. Yes. Wow, 5 kilometres.
Duration 1 hour 6 minutes 39 seconds. 6,761 steps. Heart rate 131.
Yeah, the cloud formations over there, just the low clouds and that around the mountains look really nice. Around the hills and that. Try and finish my drink by the time I get to these bins. Yeah, there's no road on this. No road sign on here. I think it's just someone's driveway. This one here. People's driveway. Yeah, alrighty then. Stop the camera and go to the other camera again. Once I get it out and that. You'll see a huge difference in stabilisation, all that, horizon labelling, everything else. Okay, we're back again. It is now 8:17 a.m. Pardon me. I don't know if you can see the clouds across there. They're really low ones. Looks really nice. Good to see. There's back where we just came from. Sepoy Road. There's a track winding back to an old-fashioned shack along the road to Goondi. The old track here. The old road. Let's put the tracking on, just have a look. There we go, it's tracking my face. Like we showed in another video. So walking along doing a vlog. And that, yeah, it's a really nice walk out here. If you go at the right time, it's better to go like 6 a.m. and then do it on do it in winter. It's nice and cool, not as sweaty. It's a lot nicer to come along here. Anyway, let's stop the tracking before these vehicles come along and all that, and we'll turn it back around. Yep, same one from before. Zooming past at full speed. Not very safe. Where they do it, there's your cane train line. We might try and get a couple of videos out of the. Might have to part 1, part 2 it with this particular video. We'll see. See how we ended up doing it. There's back where we just came from. Sorry about my breathing, but I am get a little bit worn out sometimes. Even though I do 10-kilometre walks quite regularly and longer, often 20. It's including walking from home to where I start the video, doing the video, and then the walk home. Like the sugar cane on both sides again, as it has been most of the way down the street. Glad the sun's back out. Makes it a bit warmer, but other than that, it's all good. Train line stop here. No, it's over there, on the other side. You can I can sort of see it. The rain's trying to come back again. Maybe I should have kept the other camera out just in case. But anyway, it's hard to carry everything. You put it back in the bag. And that, yeah, there's no real cover to get out of the rain until I get back to town, really. As I go Marina Lakes Way and head in there. We'll see how I feel once I get out that sort of direction. I'll let you know when we get to Sepoy Road. It's getting close. Sepoy Road. Yeah, it's nice when cars actually slow down when they go past rather than just zooming past along here. There's something coming my direction? No. Okay. That's another thing to be wary of, is just the traffic along here at times. Where people drive. Some people are nice and they'll go on the other side if there's no other cars coming. Give you heaps of room, so you don't have to go on the grass and that, but others don't. That's why a nice footpath over here would be great. Yeah, about a metre away from the roadway would be great. Encourage people to walk and ride and all that, and have it wide enough that someone could ride past as well as someone walking. That'd be great. Some black cockatoos. I don't know if they show up on here. I think there's white ones as well. There's a black one and a couple of white ones. Oh, maybe this vehicle could go past. Oh, I started watering. The joys of walking in the south in the heat. So we've got a car detailing place up here on the left, up the hill and everything. Like, I won't be able to show it, but it's in Sundown itself. Yeah, Innisfail, Joseph and his wife have a car detailing place up there. Really, I think he did so many years down in the Sunshine Coast in Caloundra with his fast getaway, or clean getaway, car detailing. It was really popular. So he knows what he's doing. He's got the experience and all that. And he's come back up here, and you go up Sundown Road and you'll find it. I'm sure there's signage somewhere up there, where it is. He advertises on Facebook, so just look for Innisfail. Not Innisfail. His parents own the butchery in Bevinda, Tootie and Wendy. So it's a free plug for him. Then knew him back in the day. I know his brothers and his mum and dad, so if he wants to sponsor a video, he's quite welcome to. I'll get you the proper name and the address if I can find it on Facebook. Innisfail car key. The guy's name's Joseph. Where are we? Doesn't have the address on there, but it's innisfailcarcare.com.au. There you go. innisfailcarcare@gmail.com. And there you go. So the new one to the town. Come back this year. Started it up. Yeah, he's got a lot of years of experience. I used to watch his videos that he did from his old business down in Caloundra, and pretty good. Especially ones are good. I think he got a videographer after a while, and it made a difference. So, yeah, shout out to Joseph, his family. Welcome back. He's a Babinda boy at heart. Come from Babinda. Grew up in Babinda. Like I said, his parents owned the Babinda Meat Mart. Okay, so that was Sundown Road back there. A few birds hanging around in the cane. Little ones. I don't know if they'll show up on here though. You got a farmhouse up here. And then we turn. At the end here. Make our way around a bit more. And then all of a sudden we'll see Brothers Leash Club eventually. Long video. Some of these videos I break them up into a part 1, part 2, part 3, like I said. And once we get near town, I might stop it and do a part 2. So feel free to watch that. Quite welcome to. I'll go out through. It'll probably be a couple of days after it'll be put up, available in that. Feel free to share them. Let people know the channel's here. Let's grow it to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year so I can start getting paid. I can get paid now, but not for like watching ads or the length, watching the full video. But that does help for the algorithm though. Tells the algorithm that people are watching, that they're interested in it, and they're more likely to recommend the channel. So there's that involved in it. Just someone cycling along here now. The way I can make money now off it is by the super thanks button and the PayPal link in the description. I can't get off the road here. It's too overgrown. You don't know what's there. So a footpath would be great. But yeah, that's the way people can help the channel out. Even just watching, liking, subscribing, sharing the videos does help with the YouTube's algorithm. So feel free to do that. You can donate through the PayPal link and the super thanks button. The love heart with the $sign. Helping a small channel grow so that us and future generations can see exactly what it was like here this particular time. So if you were walking along here at this particular time, on this particular day, this is what you'd see. And that's what it is. So be interesting to compare in like 20, 30, 40 years time from now. Oh, that's right. That business was over there. Oh, that's where that was. And so on. Oh, I'd forgotten that business. Oh, that's right. Yeah, you get all that nostalgic and looking back. It's interesting. And try and get as much detail as possible. And that's where we go Sundown Road signage and Firth Road. Frith. Frith. Yeah. Oh, sundown abrasive blasting up there. What it says. Anyway, yeah, it's good to be able to look back and see as much detail as possible. And that's why upgrading in technology to get more clearer, more crisper video and photos and audio and all that really helps. Yeah. You think about when you watch old 8mm, 12mm videotape film and all that people put up on YouTube, and a lot of the time it's not clear, no image stabilization, whereas camera quality's got a lot better and all that. So now we should be able to capture a lot more, a lot easier because it's digital, and yeah, make it a lot better for people to watch. Little jumpy and all that. Oh, I'm glad people took video back then. The 8mm and 12mm and all that stuff era. VHS, VHS-C, mini DV, mini DVDs as well, and full-size DVDs. I'm glad people got out and did that. But not enough people were able to, because the price of camcorders were way more expensive those days. And I mean, they can be quite expensive now too. You just gotta, yeah. I do the best with what I've got. I'm one of those people that go the extra mile to get the footage, and I think it's worth it. Showing around this beautiful town for history and for people to see what it's like. Gain a bit of perspective of what Innisfail is like, what it's got to offer, the different businesses, and all that. Yeah. People say Innisfail hasn't got much to offer, but when you think about how many national businesses are here that are in different places all over Australia, you look at Kmart, Coles, Woolworths, KFC, Hungry Jack's, McDonald's, Super Cheap, Auto. Let's wait for this car to go past. Repco, all those different places. Harvey Norman, does pretty well. Like people say over the years, and I mentioned it in another video. There's probably others that I missed saying just then, or Bunnings, and the service stations and that. But it's people say, oh, but you shouldn't shop at places that are, that aren't just local and all that. Like, when you think of McDonald's, a lot of people's first job is at McDonald's, gets them a foot in the door, gets them experience, gets them out there. You're at Kmart. Kmart employs how many locals? Coles and Woolworths. Puts bread and butter on the table, keeps people off the streets, stops people from being homeless. They work at these places, There's a lot of good in having these places. And that, because some of the money does stay local. A lot of people are like, oh, I won't shop at Kmart because, there are businesses all over Australia. But but they employ thousands and thousands of people Australia-wide, probably hundreds of thousands, even millions. And it helps people to have a better quality of life. So, I think that attitude isn't the best when you think about it the way I'm just saying. And that, so, I mean, if small businesses don't have what Kmart and Woolworths and Coles and all that sort of stuff have, what can you do? And often the small businesses charge a lot more because they don't have the buying power. So it makes it hard. I find it hard to buy certain things that I like. So I have to go online and buy them off Amazon or eBay or somewhere like that. Because nowhere sells them here. Particular things. Well, once in a blue moon, if they do, they're like triple the price. So, but anyway, enough for that rant. Here's a little drain creek type thing. There's fish in there. I was going to say there's sometimes fish in there, but see them jumping out of the water just about. Ah. Stop here for a second, see if we can see anyone. I might zoom in. Yeah, this camera does lose a bit of quality when you zoom in because it's digital zoom, not optical. Which just means it takes the image and just crops in the normal image. I don't know where those fish went, but yeah, they were jumping around before they noticed me, I think. There's little ones in there, I can see. On the other side, no look. Yeah, there's some here too. You can see the ripples in the water. There's a fair chance a car will come along soon. I might have to move. Yeah, the little fish seem to be staying around, it's the big ones. Anyway, we'll zoom back out. Continue on our way. Sundown Road. It's crazy sweaty times. Whew. I like it when places have got nice gardens and that, but you can't really show it for privacy reasons. You see something like, oh, that's a nice garden, but you can't. I can look at it, but I can't show it. It'd be nice to do a footpath all the way to town through here. No, that would be awesome. And I mean, this part of the road's very wide, so it's a bit more safer to walk on. So we'll keep the camera straight and whatever shows. There's a nice garden to my left. Nice garden to the right as well. I used to see horses in the paddock, but there's no fence where the fence has fallen down where there used to be horses. There's cattle over there. We can check cattle. Check the cattle over there. Yeah. Cattle are very curious animals. Yeah. They like watching everything that's going on. They'll come close to you too sometimes. Cattle when they're, if you're in the paddock and that. Seen that before. Just to see what's going on. Basically harmless. Just from my experience, what I've seen. And but anyway. So if anyone is right into horses and they're watching this video and they've never seen the show called Heartland, check it out. Yeah, it's worth checking out. It's on Netflix. There's like 14 seasons of it out now. There's a Canadian show where they work they have a ranch and that beautiful scenery. Really good family show to watch. And horse poo, $3. Here you go. If you're interested in horse poo. Okay, but yeah. So Heartland is definitely one to watch. Been watching it since it started. Really good wholesome family show. A lot of things happen in it over the years. I won't give it away. But basically, the main star is a horse whisperer. She's got a way with horses that she can calm them down, she can train them to do certain things. and get into barrel racing and teach them to be calm for kids and all these different things. Yeah, they call it the Miracle Girl. So yeah, if you're interested in a show like that, definitely worth checking out, and then give it a fair chance. Give it a season. You get hooked on it. My mum got hooked on it. I got hooked on it. I started watching it. I thought, oh, my mum will like this. So I showed it to her. I'd watched about 3 or 4 episodes. I went back to the start and showed her. And I said to her, you're getting sucked into it now, aren't you? And she goes, yeah. I said, yeah, you want to know what happens now, don't you? And she's like, yeah. So there's that. And we've watched it ever since. Hudson and Rex is another one worth watching. Probably wouldn't watch that with kids. I don't know if you ever watched Inspector Rex back in the day. It used to be on SBS. That wasn't in English, but had subtitles. Well, this version is Hudson and Rex, and it's a Canadian version, and it's all in English. It's great. I like it. So I was recommended to go for a walk through there one day, but I don't know if you're really meant to. So I don't really like walking through places that you're not really meant to, just in case. Anyway, shout out to old mate who said, sometimes I can't think of people's names out of the blue when I've been walking a lot. Campbell Street, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 7 kilometres.
Duration 1 hour 31 minutes 51 seconds. 9,456 steps. Heart rate 140.
I think this is Campbell Street. Soon find out when we get up to a sign. Remember the chappie along here used to do Christmas lights for years. This house here on my right, and it'd take months to set it all up. It was absolutely amazing setup. Wish I had photos and videos of it. Yeah, it was one that was definitely worth going to. So coming up on Glady Street, the continuation of Glady Street, it stops, and then you got Marina Lakes, and it starts again here. Yeah, it's quite strange how they've done it. Glady Street. I won't show too much over there because there's a lady sitting on the veranda, on the patio. For privacy and that, we won't. But yeah, Glady Street, the name of the road part here. Yeah, there's Glady Street down there, that other Glady Street. Not a proper road, it's more like a driveway. People live down there. And that. Oh, why it didn't just get its own name. Anyway, such as it is. Okay, we'll go on Google Maps and check the exact name of the street. I think I'm right, but just rather be safe than sorry. I'm sure. Yeah, Campbell Street. Exactly what I thought it would be. Walked and ridden along here so many times. Okay, this is Cullinane. Up here. It's all Cullinane. You got Brothers Leagues Club, like I said, we'd be coming up to eventually. Oh, there's a Hyundai Kona. Don't know if that's an EV or not. I don't think they do have an EV version. Now, I don't know what the name of the street is. It's Bertuala. Oh, yeah, Bertuala Street. But I don't know how you say it, but anyway, it's private property, no entry. Don't know why it's got its own street name. It's a driveway. But anyway, it does, and it's got an official sign. Yeah, that is the EV version. Yeah, see, we're getting a lot of EVs around town. I've seen a lot of Teslas, a Hyundai Ioniq 5. I saw a Polestar 2 a few days ago, coming out of McDonald's and going across the BP and that and out. That's an electric vehicle. And that Polestar. And we've only got the one lot of EV chargers here. It'd be nice if some of the service stations would put them in. The BP doesn't really have much room, but I think the Ampol should put them in, 24-hour ones. The only thing is the infrastructure and that when you stop there. Because some of them you got to stop there for like half an hour to charge your car. And you want to be able to go to a shop or go get something to eat, go to the toilet, and whatever. If you go into the Ampol at night, when they're closed, the nearest place to get something to eat would be the Mobil 24-hour, just down the road towards town. And the toilet's there, which you've got to get a key for now. This is all correct at the time of recording this. And then, yeah, the infrastructure when you're in town at the King George Park one, Anzac Park, is fine. You've got Bunnings not far away. This is, daytime. Bunnings has got the best toilets, cleanest toilets, public toilets. So you keep walking down Glady Street, you'll see it. You've got BCF right there. You've got Coles not far away. If you want to walk a little bit extra, you've got McDonald's, Domino's, Subway, you've got Kmart. Yeah, you got Hungry Jack's too, which is not that far away. I would never suggest using the toilets at Anzac Park. Been a lot of bad things happen in there, so I wouldn't suggest it. There's your netball courts, your Bestie Spiller courts. Sadly, the toilets got vandalised about a month or so ago, sadly. But yeah, your netball court. So you do the netball on the Tuesday night. So if you're ever in the area and you're interested in netball and you want to join, this is the place to go to. Yeah. It's not Netball Association and that. Just look for the payphone. Innisfail District Netball Association, established 1934. 35, sorry. Yeah. Innisfail State School across there, which used to be more known as Central School. Not so much now, it's just Innisfail State School. There's Park Street, which goes through to Arena Lakes. You're not really meant to go through there. Just normal everyday people. Well, people do. They drive through there. There's no entry. It's got all these signs there telling you not to. People still do it. It's pretty sad. But anyway, we're on Ernest Street now. Forgot to mention that. E-R-N-E-S-T, Ernest. Heading back towards Grace Street. Got Emily Street just up here where the school is. Not this first one here, the next one. This one's Park Street as well. For some weird reason, yeah. It goes here, and then it goes down and starts again here. Yes. Quite strange the way they've done that, but anyway, such is life. Yeah, Park Street. Used to go all the way through, then you come out near Coons' cash store. That's long gone. Used to be a school crossing up there too. Okay, well we don't really want to walk on this horrible wet grass. So we'll go out here and then down. The guy that I was trying to avoid to cross the road before is coming back my way now. Go onto the car parks along here. Safer. Innisfail State School. Emily Street, like I said before. The Greek Orthodox Church. And such. Continuing along. mosey along. Might keep this as one long video. If you want to watch the whole thing, feel free. Much appreciated. Even if you just leave it going in the background sometime at home. Just look at it when you feel you want to. We'll go down Emily Street. Yeah, it's pretty sad, a lot of the signage is gone from a lot of places. I don't know if people steal them or they just get wrecked and don't get fixed up again. I don't know. We'll mosey along here, then we'll go down Charles Street. End up out on Grace Street and then Bruce Highway. Oh. Yeah, long walk, but worth it. Definitely worth it. Or we'll stop and have a look in Marina Lakes if it's open, and then start a new video. So I might walk along there. Yeah, a lot of places I walk to, you get people walking along. Some unsavoury type, some really nice. It's got to be on the ball the whole time. It's Marina Village. It's very hard to show because privacy in that. The Lakes Residential Village, Foxtile Avenue, private roads, residents and guests only. And that. Oh. Yeah, wish they'd do up the footpath along here. Looks like Marina Lakes is open. Sometimes they're open early, sometimes they're not. Yeah, Emily Street sign and the Splady Street down there. Bus stop here. Probably needs a good clean up as usual, like most of them do. Some undialed socks, black socks there. What we'll do is we'll stop at Marina Lakes, start a new video, so I can have a second video for the day, and set it for a few days after this one. So it's spread out a bit for people to watch. There's Manila Avenue, private road, residents and guests only. That's part of the Lakes Retirement Village. Most people just call it Marina Village over the years. Anyway, thanks for watching. The best of times keeping memories alive for us and future generations to see what it's like. And now feel free to click the link in the description, the PayPal link, share with the super thanks button and all that. Donate to the channel if you want to through the super thanks button, the PayPal link in the description. Yeah, like, share, comment, subscribe and all those usual things. And we'll catch you in the next one.